now day one that we've had. And I expected this game to have like a lot of fireworks. I think what the game tonight was kind of missing at first was, or no, well, towards the end, what I think the game is, I wanted this game to go extra time. I really did. Like when I was watching this game and I was seeing the time ticking down, we've had this mad anomaly today of absurd amounts of added time for every match at every half, you know. But I wanted the game to keep going. I wanted the like, it did feel like a final. It did feel like an elimination match in so many respects, that as the clock as the grains of sand fell through the hourglass, as it were, the jeopardy on the match intensified, and I just thought overall, like, yeah, let's go to extra time now. Let's go to penalties, or let's just go and keep this game going, because the substitutions changed the game a lot as well. And America could definitely call upon a stronger bench, which I think ultimately helped them against the kind of rising Welsh Dragon, as it were, particularly in the last 10 minutes with a couple of... How much does Wales love a back heel in counter-attack? They love a back heel. But we've got player ratings to look at as well. We've got the leaderboard for the Global Cup to look at as well. I was rooting for Wales, and I didn't know why, says Ryan Wilkinson. But yeah, we've got player ratings to look at. We've got the leaderboards to look at for the Global Cup on Sorare after match day 1 has completed. But yeah, let me know, you know, if you are joining me live here, if you're watching this after we've been live, fist bump to you, thanks very much, of course. But let me know in the comment section or the live chat if you've had any players running today, who let you down, who's been your hero, are you still alive, do you still have hopes of making it big and getting to the top of the leaderboard, or are your hopes dashed already? That's what I'm looking to hear from everyone and anyone that is joining us, no matter where you are. I hope you've had fun watching the World Cup today. I've had great fun over the 3 matches. Like, I think all told, how many goals do we have? 2 in this game, 2 in the last one, 8 in the last one. 12 goals. Like, fair enough, like 8 of them were in the one match. But 12 goals isn't a bad haul, I would say. You know, I don't think we've done too bad entertainment-wise, you know, from the World Cup today. So, yeah, well, let's just have a look at the game now. Sorry. Still set up on Holland. We need it on Wales now. There we go. So I think there was a few surprises in both the starting 11s. I'm not going to go through the starting teams or whatever, but I definitely feel that USA performed overall the way I kind of hoped and anticipated going into this tournament, never mind this match. Very good, capable, modern, switched on midfield 3 that really controlled the tempo for huge parts of it. I thought Sargent, he scored terribly on SO5, but I think he'd done his role effectively enough. Chris Mepham was, you know, he could have, you know, he was really pushing that whole "I'm just going to kick you" kind of vibe, and he rode it for as long as he could. And yeah, I don't know. I think overall America were kind of what I expected them to be. I thought Dest was very good, and with no clean sheet and picking up a booking, by the way, outscores Virgil van Dijk, pulled in a 56-pointer, didn't he? Timo Weah and Pulisic with the decisives for the US. Bale converting a penalty. Did anyone get the penalty won? There wasn't Bale or anything? No, I don't think so. So only 3 positive decisive actions in this match. Turner without the clean sheet on 44 outscores Pickford, which is interesting. Ryan Wilkinson, fist bump, good to see you. And Elmt20, fist bump, good to see you. Thanks for joining us live. Yeah, so if you're joining us live, let me know if you've had any players running today. Did you watch the matches? Who surprised you? Who let you down? Who's your hero? Who's your zero? That's what I'm looking to hear. Who's your hero and who's your zeros? Love it. Who's the heroes and who's the zeros? I think Bale, like, we expected Bale to come into this game and be Bale and get the points for Wales, and that's kind of ultimately, if you're to boil it down for Wales, that's kind of what happened. But it wasn't quite in the open play sense. You know, America did a really good job of stopping Wales in transition and counter attack, because the guy that came off, the huge guy, what was his name, Kiefer Moore, him and Bale, and maybe Ampadu, but they were all just loving doing back heels and Cruyff turns with each other. And, you know, like, sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Then it created some opportunities for them running into space and whatever, which is fine. But, you know, I thought, well, I'd seen a wee bit more Bale actually like a couple of shots on target, really test the goalkeeper. Because even though Turner comes out with this with 44 all-round points, okay, he's 2 saves, 2 are within the box, 2 high claims. He got a keeper sweeper right at the very end. He picked up 3 points for that, if you remember that, right at the very end of the match. He's very fortunate when he sweeper keepers it for the 3 points that it went to one of his teammates. I think it might have been Kellen Acosta or something, but because it was an American player, the points are locked in. It is a successful action. And yeah, Matthias Onghena, fist bump, good to see you. Joshua Pierce, Joshua, Timber DNP has been a killer. Sorare Malta, heck when he had Blind and Gakpo, so no zeros, all heroes for Sorare Malta. Noppert was the only one that played for me today, it says Mattis. So good to hear, all good ones so far except for the Timber. I hope Van Gaal will start him for the rest of the tournament. I think, from what we've seen of De Ligt today, like De Ligt was just not up to scratch, was he? I had a wee look back at the scores earlier. I like to go back and see if they've been opted or anything, but yeah, De Ligt on a 38. He didn't do very good today. Van Dijk has been opted down also to a 48. Which is a killer, but yeah, Noppert, De Jong, Gakpo all remain as prominent scoring as they did before, and yeah, I think we're past our opt adjustments for the England game, but I'm actually quite surprised at how poor McKennie scored, and I thought Musa should have been scoring a little bit better, but I think when he does start for America, Brendan Aronson is going to be the huge AA point magnet in this team, because when he came on, like, against Wales anyway, and I expect him to do the same against Iran. And surely Brendan Aronson has the poise and the confidence to play his best football against England, being a Premier League player now. But I think Aronson is just different gravy. He's a hard player to defend against. He can do the unpredictable. He's got a great eye for a pass, great technique, great work rate as well. To press on and whatever. So I think both teams are going to feel really disappointed coming out of this, because 3 points today for anyone puts you in command of the group, and both of them to come out of this with a draw. Both of them are now thinking this is going to be how many do we concede against England and how many can we score against Iran. That's both their game plans now for the final 2 games. Noah Tuplin, fist bump, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. Saka is my favourite of the day, has scored 2 after the Euro final abuse. Tim Ream shouldn't have gave the pen away. Yeah. Well, I've got Zimmerman down here as the error led to as the penalty conceded here. I would have liked to have seen Carter Vickers start, but I can understand Zimmerman and I understand the logic with Ream, as well. But I don't think Carter Vickers gives that penalty away necessarily. And I thought Haji Wright, by the way, I don't know if any of you remember Haji Wright's first touch in this match, but it was sublime. It was a long ball from Turner. Turner kept doing this thing where he was doing a goal kick and he'd have Ream or Zimmerman, one of them, stand right beside him, and then what Turner does is he goes as long and straight as he can up to Sargent, but Haji had just came on and Haji just runs and he just takes it on here, man. First touch brilliantly, directly from a big punt of a goal kick. Great first touch, and I'm actually a bit surprised he never influenced the game a bit more, because I thought he did look okay. Good to see Jordan Morris, I guess, grace a World Cup, but quite surprised to see no Gio Reyna in this fixture, it must be said. But I think that will be a little bit of perhaps keeping England on their toes, and because Gio Reyna, as we know, we've maybe seen a little bit of it today with Yunus Musa. But once they get past the 60, 70 minute mark, it is nosebleed territory. How long will these guys last? Will they play the full game? Will they make it to the next game? Will they even make it to the recovery session, the training session tomorrow, surprised not to see Reyna. Good to see Morris. I thought Yedlin for Dest was a good change because of the booking. And yeah, overall, I think America played pretty well tactically and on the pitch. I don't really think there was anyone really overall at fault. And Wales, they kind of got out of jail with a penalty in the end, didn't they? They were huffing and puffing, But, tight game, not much in it. Let me know what you think if you're joining me live. So what I'm thinking, right, is... so let's scroll down, right, because what I've also noticed is a good thing to highlight is the top players in this game, right? So the official top 5 players from this match. We had Christian Pulisic on a 74. His main points were gathered from attacking statistics, 14 penalty area entries for Christian Pulisic, Captain America himself. Gareth Bale was the second highest scoring player in this match. with his goal, decisive action, of course. Outside of that, but he has won an interception and a tackle, so he's put in a decent defensive performance for a forward. 1 attempted assist, 1 shot on target, which of course was his penalty. His goal maybe didn't do enough offensively for Wales today. Timo Werner with the 3rd highest scoring player in this match, again with his goal, his shots on target and whatever, nothing else to write home about besides. Tyler Adams, who caused 3 fouls. Did he get booked today? No, he didn't. But he caused 3 fouls. He didn't get a clean sheet, conceded the goal, so loses some points. But he completed 3 tackles. He completed 2 interceptions, 2 positive duels. Never mind a good amount of possession ones and accurate passing on top of that. 12 points on 88 overall. Wee tiny bit of attacking output, which we don't expect for the US. And he walked out with a triple-double, all told as well. So, very good point getting from him on 58. And then Tim Ream on 57, very similar, double-double. So, he's picked up a few tackles and interceptions. Not quite got the duels went in his favour. Huge passing statistics for Ream as the left-sided centre-back here. And that was the top 5 of this match. As we look at the game week centre and the players that are actually affecting the leaderboard, can we still can't filter, can we? By Global Cup. Don't think Sorare Data watch this channel anymore. Don't think they like us. So let's go and look at goalkeeper. Dun, 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 dun. Not my players only. So the highest position goalkeeper is Noppert, still, of course, undisputed. Second to that is Hernan Galindez. Closely followed by that is then Matt Turner, who is leaving Wayne Hennessy, Edward Mendy, Jordan Pickford, and Sad Al in his wake. So a decent top 3 from the first match day, it must be said, in terms of differentials so far, you know. In defence, Preciado still rules the roast. Harry Maguire still is sitting pretty up there. I don't think any great defensive displays have came out of this match. Yeah, no one's going to be disrupting that at all. In midfield, again, it's a safe conclusion to draw. There'll be no changes there. But in the forward positions, perhaps we will. So let's have a look at the forward positions. Because that's probably the only one that's got anything really going on there. So, Enner Valencia on 88, still leading the way. Closely followed by Taremi and Kane, both on 80. Gakpo 77, Sterling for 75. Closely followed by tonight's performers, Pulisic 74, Bale 69, Weah 66, and then some other subs for England tonight. So we're getting a lot of these kind of mid 60, mid 70 guys, and how many more guys like. Kane is going to. I think what we're going to notice tomorrow is how valuable Kane, Taremi, and Valencia are, because I think we're going to find a lot more guys that fit in between Pulisic. So let's even say from Sterling, who's on a clean 75-point score at the moment, down to Rashford 63. In between that space there at the moment, there's like how many? 10-ish players. By this time tomorrow, there's probably going to be close to double that, so it's going to be the tippy top point getters in each positions that are going to make the real difference in how many of them have been comboed together. Now, actually, I didn't plan on pulling this up, so if you give me a wee second, I'm going to go and get it, right? But something quite cool happened earlier today, which I wanted to share with you, so let me go and get it. So obviously we've been watching all the football today, which has been good crack, and one of the huge heroes on Sorare is, of course, Cody Gakpo, and excuse me, and our man Nicholas Julia tweets out, "Go on the Gakpo," basically when Gakpo gets his goal, and I can't help myself. I'm like, Nick, show us your team, big man, get your team out, and he showed us his team. Big Nick's got a team. Now, you can actually follow him on Sorare. Okay, so Nicholas WC. He's got a team. He had Gakpo, he had Van Dijk. He didn't have anyone playing tonight. I just thought this was fun. So when we look at the leaderboard for the Global Cup, right, I'm going to hit following only first of all, right? And then this is going to filter. On Sorare, you can follow people. So you can just type in Quinny. That'll be I'll just show you on another tab. But you can go onto anyone's page. And you see here, there'll be a follow button. This is my own page, so I can't see it. And then, yeah, you just hit follow. And then when you're on the leaderboards, you can hit follow and only. You can just see your friends or whatever people So Nick, at the moment, is in the top 20,000 or so positions, which is quite cool. I'm in the top 150,000, so he's way ahead of me at the moment. I'm only on 48 points. But who's right next to Nicholas, who I know PSU fans isn't too far away, or Frankie, or Billy Ray Valentine. I don't think I actually know that guy. Oh, there's John on 94 points. Who did John have? Oh, Pickford. Ouchie. Shaw, good pick. But yeah, this is quite cool. So I'm going to take it off now, that feature. And we want to look again at the top 20. Now, I kind of like what we did in the earlier stream by accident, where we went from 20 and we worked our way up. So we want to see the players, if any players have come out of this. I don't think there'll be that many players coming out of the America-Wales match that'll be really influencing this game. Once we have a look through this top 20, excuse me, we'll have a glance ahead to tomorrow and all the action that's going to be going on there. If you're having fun, like, subscribe, share, retweet, all that good stuff, of course. If you want to draft your team and play fantasy football along, the link to join and draft your team is dead easy. Click the link and you're drafting your team straight away. It's free to play. It's in the bio, it's in the description, it's in the comments, it's in the live chat. It's everywhere and anywhere. Glenn Hoddle, yeah, I fancy Messi to Hong. Need my Messi to 100. A lot of people were tipping Messi, and maybe somebody from France, who knows, to be a match day 100 breaker. We've not had anyone yet in match day 1 get to 100. Jude Bellingham was ever so close, but alas, he didn't quite get there. Scott Marshall, fist bump, good to see you. Had Trippier and Kane in the Global Cup today, so off to a decent start. Messi, captain, Rodrigo de Paul and Schmeichel left to play. Also had Turner in the limited special, so decent start. Scotty Marshall, love to hear that, my man. It's a marathon, not a sprint, boy, says Glenn Hoddle. Some bad scores will happen, yeah, but we want to avoid them at every turn. So currently in number 20 is El Jumpy. Now this guy was also in the top 20 earlier, but I think he was like 12 or something. So this guy has fallen about 9 places or so. He's not had anyone play, but this guy had the Gakpo, Captain Kane, 95 on the Bellingham, 48 on the VVD. He's still got Neuer to run. Rob's 69 is up here. And yeah, we would have seen him earlier. He's got Courtois to run. Daily Blind greater than Van Dijk. And that's why he's up in amongst it. Noppert, VVD, Captain Jude. Sterling, Lautaro Martinez still to run. We've seen this guy before as well. Black Ross has Emi Martinez to run. Played Trippier, Bellingham, Gakpo captain, and Bale. That is a really great looking team. He's on 320 points with a goalkeeper to run. And like we've been saying throughout today, as we've been discovering the leaderboard together, 400 on raw score is kind of what you want to be aiming for. So this guy's on 320 as well. He's got Kimmich to run. I think we've seen this team earlier. Captain De Jong, great pick for captain this game week. Gino Bucker had Galindez in goal. Has Alfonso, this is a new team for sure. Alfonso Davies left to run. 90 on the De Jong, Captain Kane, and he played the Pulisic for 74 points. So this guy now, Big Wheezy, is up. I don't know, Gino Bucker is up and amongst it. AB2402, I think we've seen him earlier. Yeah, he was sitting third, but he DNP'd his goalkeeper, man. He played Danny Ward for Wales against America. Like, I don't think anyone thought Ward was going to play this realistically. He had Saka, he had Kane, he had Captain Kane, he had Frankie de Jong, and he had obviously Virgil van Dijk. And yeah, he is just going to tumble down the leaderboard now. So AB2402, it's been nice knowing you, son, but we probably won't see you tomorrow. AJKLFC96, Captain Kane, Gareth Bale, Jude Bellingham, Piero Hincapié, and Simon Mignolet. Who are you? Why do you think Simon Mignolet is going to play? Who has picked this? Who picks this? AJKLFC 96. Who are you? Who picks Mignolet? In 12th position, 321 points. So the margins here, guys, we've just went through like 8 spots and it's 2 points that's between them all. High scorers. We've got Noppert in this one, VVD, 95, Bellingham, Captain Kane, and he has Mbappe to run. I think this is one of the favourites. Arcos Angels to break top 10, I think. Yeah, he should be breaking 400 with that Mbappe. Wagner, I think, was 11th last time we looked also, so I don't think he's actually moved. With Captain Bellingham, yeah, it's just Delict has killed him because Becker, Alisson Becker, still could be the best goalkeeper of the round. He's got a great game to get a great score in, and Delict maybe be the pain to Wagner too. He's currently in 11th for 322, and I think with the goalkeeper he's got left, man, he's got a great shout of going far. Seji is in at 10th. Now, Seji has De Jong on 90. Played Turner and Ben Davis with Mason Mount and Captain Kane. So he's got nobody else left to run. He's on 322. Like I said, guys, I expect once we've got 5 players played, this top 20 is going to be 400 minimum. So, yeah, Seji, it's been great seeing you up in the top 12, buddy, or the top 10. Nice team. Unfortunately, I just don't think you've got anywhere near enough decisive to hang up here with the big boys as this gets into the meat and grind of it. But great team to start off with, man. And 320, a lot of teams will struggle to do that when it's all said and done, percentage-wise, for how many numbers are on the board, I believe. So let's see how well we do, you know. And 9th, we've got Jan Sommer left to run, VVD in defence, Captain Kane, 90. Oh, look at the midfield picks in this team. Bellingham, De Jong, double. Captain Kane, VVD, and then Sommer again could easily become goalkeeper of the round on 328 points. This guy's in 9th. I don't speak or read kanji. If that's I don't know if that's only for Japanese you say that or whatever it's called, but I don't speak it. I don't know it. So I'm really sorry. I can't name you. Ludilo Ravnis. Unai Simon left to run, and again the perfect midfield from this game week. Captain Kane, VVD. But he's got Unai Simon, who again will be a real pass merchant for Spain. And if he's maybe if he makes like 2 or 3 saves, passes a bunch, and gets a clean sheet, maybe he's the top scoring goalkeeper of the round. Evening, guys. Ian Sorare, good to see you. I know, I can't believe Mignolet. Who is playing Mignolet? Glenn Hoddle has got Messi, Neymar, Kimmich and Livakovic to play. Only a 43 from Torres, which should have been more if the goal hadn't been disallowed and they would have got that assist. Glenn Hoddle, I feel your pain, buddy, because that would have been a master stroke play. And I feel bad for you that you lost that decisive, mate, because that sounds like a wicked team you've got. Chilio thinks that Alphonso Davies is injured for the first game as well. So yeah, man, we've got some guys rolling in the top 20 with known DNPs, which is mad. Ross AFC, SMB, Ian Sorare, good to see all of these. But yeah, this team that's sitting 8th is a contender, Ludilo. So good to see that. Max Deleu, we've seen him earlier. He's got Emi Martinez to run. He's got the perfect midfield. He's got Kane. Yeah, and he's got the VVD as well. This guy has been up here all game week as well. He's got Saka, Valencia, Kane, and Hincapié. This is one of the best formulations, I think, of a total team so far. That's why he's in 6th for 332 points with a goalkeeper to run. So this guy, RCS Alex, 23, fair play to you, my man. You are riding high. Tati, is that what this is? Tati! Captain Bale, he's up in 5th with Captain Bale. Kane on 80, De Jong, VVD, and then he's got Pickford. So this guy's on treble 3 points, and he's not changing. So you're on 5th now, Tati, if that's how you say your name, pal. And the only way is down, probably for you, buddy. It's good to see you. Looking forward for tomorrow for So Rare, says Noah. Who are you looking forward to for tomorrow? Let me know. We're about to get to tomorrow's matches. In 4th place, we've got De Jong, Kane, Valencia, Galindez and Frimpong DNP. I think we've seen this guy earlier who's up in 4th. So yeah, the only way is down for you, Monfrere. I don't think the top 2 has changed after this game. The top that this guy has, he's come into it here with Gakpo, Captain Kane and Bellingham, but Walker Zimmerman and Matt Turner, although they've now put him on 340 points, they have underperformed. And other teams that have these cards have got a Van Dijk on a 50. And they've got Blind on 57. And they're going to have other defenders coming into this that will outscore that Zimmerman no problem. Unfortunately for this guy. Maybe Matt Turner, yeah, he outscores the Pickfords and whatever that are knocking around. But I think that Zimmerman is going to be too heavy of a weight for this guy to carry. Hulk 69 still sits in 2nd with Edward Mendy in goals. And that's what I'm talking about. Like Trippier at the moment is one of the best defence picks. But that probably won't last for too much longer in this game week. But Captain Valencia, Kane and De Jong are 3 apex picks, and I think that will maintain through the game week. So Hulk 69 is in 2nd. I'm not confident he hangs on the podium. Big Jehose, he sits in top now, 357 points. He has Noppert, he has Bellingham, Gakpo and Valencia Quality rig out. He has João Cancelo left to run. This guy is on just under 360 points with one of the defenders that's expected to kill it in this tournament. So he's my favourite to at the moment to ride high and go first. If you want to draft your fantasy team, if you're joining us live as we're watching on TikTok or anywhere else, the link is in the bio, it's in the live chat, it's in the description. Anywhere you're watching this, you can join in and get drafting your team for free. It takes literally 2 seconds and you'll be in the chance to win some amazing prizes. For more details, check out the main channel. It's dead easy to find. It's linked everywhere. Evening, Hendo, you're on YouTube now. Good to see you, my man. Messi, Di Maria and Mbappe for you tomorrow. So yeah, tomorrow, guys, is going to be a big, big day. So now we can look at the standings, right? I'm going to refresh this. So we've now got 2 groups that have all had 1 game each. Now, I thought America have got a good shot to be a banana skin team and maybe top this group. Don't see that happening after not beating Wales tonight, because I think England, like, they needed to spank Iran, right? Because that's what England do. England need to beat the teams that they need to beat, because they're not going to beat the better teams later on. Let's just call a spade a spade. So they need that for their confidence, they need that for their momentum, they need that for all the stuff that they need going in their favour. And yeah, so I think England are going to cruise to 9 points now. I really do. Maybe America can get a draw off them. I don't think Wales have got anything. I don't think Wales can touch England. So I think England are going to cruise to 9 points. And then, like I said earlier, in the kind of the debrief of the match earlier, but for America and Wales, it's now a straight fight between conceding as little as you can against England and scoring as much as you can against Iran. That's all that's all that the 2 teams are thinking about now for the final 2 matches. So if you've got forward cards for America, or you've got defender cards, or blah blah blah, whatever, there could be some great games about to play into your strategy. Now for tomorrow, we've got Argentina. We've got some good boys playing tomorrow. So we've got early doors. We've got to start early doors, don't we? Yeah, Argentina, Saudi Arabia. So we're getting Messi for breakfast, guys. We are getting Messi for breakfast. It's Argentina, Saudi Arabia. I'm hoping to see 2 or 3 players come out of that game with 100 points. People are thinking maybe Messi doesn't play. I think that's all smoke and mirrors. Messi plays and scores goals in the World Cup. That's what he's here to do. I'm hoping Lautaro gets 100. A bunch of you guys have got RDP. I'd love to see him smash 75 and beyond and getting amongst it with the De Jongs and the Bellinghams this week. So that'll be great. Then the 2 middle of the, these games remind me. Right, see, when I look at Denmark, Tunisia, and Mexico, Poland, these are the games that, you know how when you used to watch group stage matches in high school, I don't know if any of you remember watching World Cups in high school, but you used to be able to put the games on. And these are games that you would only watch in school. You would only watch them if you were in class and all that. Well, we put the World Cup on and you go, aye, stick it on. Oh, it's Tunisia and fucking Denmark, yay. So I'll be watching them, be taking them in, of course, but I'm not going to be doing live reacts and everything like we're doing today, because I just don't think those games will be that great. But I'll be streaming tomorrow at some point with John, hopefully and probably. 7 o'clock UK time, we've got France against Australia. I don't know why I said Portugal there. France against Australia, which, between the game we start with, Argentina, Saudi, we then end with France, Australia. Sorry to all my Aussie friends out there, but we do expect it to be a French rout. We do expect France to really run over them. So, yeah, I'm sorry. So I'm hoping Griezmann, I'm hoping Lautaro, I'm hoping Emi Martinez, I'm hoping these guys can go on and kick it. Let me see. Let me catch up with you guys. Ian Sorare, what do you reckon? Quinny, 460 for top 2. I don't know about how deep Ian Sorare. It's a great question. I don't know how deep the leaderboard, how competitive it will be in that respect. But I definitely think if you want to be in the conversation of anything, you need to get to 400 something into the good stuff. Camille G, fist bump, good to see you. Quinny, is Celtic player supposed to be played as a main team or can be as a reserve in the participation for your league? For the for the giveaway, so what I'm doing is I'm doing a raffle for the best team on each match day of the World Cup that contains a Celtic player. Now, I don't know, and I can't check your bench, right? So I'm literally going to be going into the Sorare Private League. I'm going to go into private leagues and I'm going to go into the Global Cup 3001. That's what's on the link in the description of this video or in my bio or anywhere you want to join and play fantasy football with us. I'm giving away a signed Celtic top to the raffle winner from each match day of the World Cup whose team contains a Celtic player. So what I'm literally going to do is in my leaderboard is I'm going to click on number 1 and I'm looking for Celtic players. And I'm looking for the first team that contains any Celtic player, and they get a ticket for match day 1. I'm then going to do it from match day 2, match day 3, and then it's a 3-man fight out in a raffle for the Celtic signed shirt. So I don't know about benches and stuff like that. I'm not going to be digging into benches unless there is a tie-break situation. Then maybe I'll do something like that. But so far Carter Vickers hasn't played. Aaron Moy plays tomorrow. Dyson Maeda plays maybe from the bench, and you would probably expect Juranovic to start. So match day 1, Carter Vickers, if you did play him, unfortunately he's been a letdown. But otherwise, the other ones are all still in play, I would say. Let me just... So I've actually got some stuff on this game week as well. So I'm just going to put this on screen just because it's something new for the TikTok people to see who are joining us over here. So I've got some teams out and stuff. Reina DNP tonight was a kick in the balls for me. And yeah, I've only had Van Dijk run for this. But but yeah, that's where we're at. So I've had one player play. I've got one more to play tomorrow. And I've got 3 to play tomorrow. I'll get Griezmann, both the Martinezes. Mexico v Poland is a big game for the tiebreaker with Cash and Szymanski playing. Ooh, nice. Big players for the bench. Getting up at 6 a.m. all week to get my work done, then football the rest of the day. Sorare Malta, I love that attitude. 1-1 France v Australia is SMB's shout. Love to hear that. It's brave. Hoping for France 0. Australia 3 tomorrow, says Chileo. Here, by the way, like, upsets are here to be had in the World Cup. Just hoping that the Hertz players for Australia will perform. Yeah. I think the advantage America, just because they have a Iran game last, so they will know how many they need to beat them by. Stocky Scott, that is a great detail for America going into the group stages. Messi for breakfast, happy with that, says Jonathan B. I love it too. And Fricky Shelf, I thought Messi was 8 o'clock. It depends what time zone you're in, mate. I'm in the UK, and for me, this thing says 10. Yep, 10 a.m. my time is when it goes down. And my captain, I'll need to wait to see him come on, you know. So it should be a great game. It should be a great day, guys. I have 3 players playing tomorrow as well for Drex. France are worrying Glenn Hoddle. His spine has been ripped out. Yeah, so a little bit, right? France, should we worry about France tomorrow? No, I don't think so. Like, as we've seen today, or not today necessarily, right? But I think France are just going to be head and shoulders too good for Australia, really. And I don't know how Australia stop France scoring 3 goals, really. You know, and once France have scored 3 goals, then how many more could they score? So it's just a matter of, I think, how long they take to get going. If they can, like England today, like if France can get a goal or 2 quickly, and I know on the actual minutes it took England ages to score, right? But the first 15 minutes was like nothing happened. It was like a mad concussion break, you know. But yeah, France can do that, and Argentina can do that, then I think they can outscore England tomorrow, if anything. So we're talking about Bellingham, we're talking about Kane, we're talking about Sterling, we're talking about Saka. But tomorrow, it could be RDP, Lautaro Martinez, Messi, Enzo Fernandez, if he gets the start. Could be Griezmann, Mbappe, Tchouameni, Di Maria, the list goes on. A lot of amazing players playing tomorrow. I agree, plenty of quality, but longer term, I think they'll be found out. Denmark is the litmus test. I always pronounce that wrong. Don't worry, Kai Rowles will stop anyone. I don't know what that means. I think he's a backup keeper or something. But yeah, I've had a great global cup match day 1 time, as it were. You know, like I've enjoyed seeing my first player got on the board, and as much as, you know, I've not, like, see, there's Mattis. Mattis has just joined the private league. He is here in one of these chats. He clicked the link. He's in now. Easy peasy, you know. If you've already got a Sorare account, that's how quick it is. Sometimes it's a wee bit of a pain in the ass if you're on your phone and you do it and you're not signed into Sorare already. But if you're already signed into Sorare already and you click the link, it's done. You know, it's easy peasy. Bunchy's joining the chat. Thanks a lot for joining us. Tomorrow I have Lloris, Messi and Szymanski, says Drex. So yeah, it's really easy to join the league. There's tons of prizes, and the reason we're checking this leaderboard all the time, right, is because the prize pool is amazing. This is what's on for this week, right? So a couple of £1,000, some cards that are worth some money and whatever, right? But the overall leaderboard, guys, which is the same leaderboard as what we're looking at now, right? The top 5 people, all expenses paid trip to Zidane. We're getting top 10 are getting VIP tickets. and then we're getting signed jerseys to the top 100, and then we're getting quality cards, quality prizes. If you get into any decent spot, really, for how many people have entered this competition, it's free to play, it's free to enter. The link is in my bio, the link is in the live chat, the description, everywhere and anywhere. Dead easy to play. If you get stuck, if you get any questions, send me a comment, send me a DM, I can help you out. All rules, the Hearts CB, of course. Big Harry Suter going to have Mbappe, Grise and Giroud all in his back pocket, says Stocky Scott. I find that extremely hard to believe. I think France, really, like England today, like I can't see France not putting a similar performance in, and really, you know, like I can't see the match going very different. Now, how much better are Australia than Iran? Well, Iran actually finished second in Asian qualification, and Australia, they beat Peru, right? Which is no mean feat. You know, Peru are a very capable South American outfit. So, but Iran did much better in qualification than Australia. There's no getting away from that, you know. So, if England can beat Iran 6-2, I fancy France to beat Australia 5-0. That's my kind of logic. Now, laugh at that if you want. It's a bit of pseudoscience. It's pretty made up on the hop by myself, but you know, that's how I'm kind of looking at it, you know. I think France are going to have a big game. Looking forward to players tomorrow. Yeah, so man, big time. Good to see everyone that's joining in on the chat. Thanks very much. Fist bumps to everyone on arrival. Thanks a lot for joining us. Kai Football Daily, good to see you. As much as I'm trying to catch up. The thing with this, the TikTok one is like, it tells me people joining, and then I can't see it for a second, and then I can see it. Oh, there's a big bit. I can put it there like that. Ryan McBride sent me some links. Good to see you. Venos, good to see you. Bunchies, yeah, there we go. I can see stuff. That's a wee bit clearer on screen now. But maybe put it like that or something. This is all fun and exciting. But yeah, a bit of Suter. Most of the qualifying after his broken leg. Yeah, of course. So yeah, guys, I'm very much looking forward to tomorrow. I think there'll be some more twists and tails in this tail left to go. We've got the boss's team, Nicholas Julia, his lineup. He went with Captain Gakpo. He's waiting to see his boy Mbappe tomorrow. I think we're all waiting to see some Mbappe action. And obviously he's got Valverde and Uruguay goalkeeper there. Just hope Mbappe doesn't run at him and expose his lack of pace. How was USA versus Wales, Rico, man? Now, it was a decent game, right? It wasn't that exciting. I was close to tweeting at one point, this is like the championship versus MLS. And in spells, it kind of felt that way. Like America play like an MLS team, you know, they don't care what their ability is. They're going to play the same style. They're going to rely on physical attributes. And then individually command the players to use their talent when required. And Wales were a championship club like Reading or something like that, you know, being resolute and having a clear game plan, clear talisman, clear talent in the team, being exploited in key opportunities in the game. One each with a penalty deciding it. It was getting on the verge of, in the second half for about half an hour, it was getting on the verge of being boring, you know. And then the last 10 minutes was rather riveting, you know. Yeah, it's kind of how I found it. It was proper Sunday League. Yeah, it was good to watch, you know, but it wasn't the same as like Holland kind of threatened to be a really entertaining game in spells, and then it kind of died a death, and then came to life towards the end after the substitutes reshaped the kind of midfield and the attacking kind of pattern. And England, as much as there was tons of goals and stuff, like because after it was a rout, you know, I don't know, like it wasn't worldies and stuff. I didn't quite enjoy it as much as an 8-goal game you should have. I enjoyed the Iran goals when they went in, of course. Ryan McBride, Kai Football Daily. Oh, sorry, it's the same names I'm seeing again. Gator Guy, good to see you. Good to see you, my man. Texas Chowdhury, good to see you as well. Bunch of you joining us here. Again, if you want to join in live, you can do. Just let me know. Drop a comment. Let me know what you're up to, who's let you down, and who's won it for you. But actually, on that note, I don't know if we've actually got too much left to go over, guys. We are finished up for the day. We've had 3 action-packed games. Netherlands 2, Senegal 0. Gakpo and De Jong and Noppert, the real heroes there. England 6, Iran 2. Bukayo Saka, Jude Bellingham, Harry Maguire, would you believe it, and Harry Kane. And Mehdi Taremi, by the way, on 80 points. And then out the America match, Pulisic on 74. Bale on 69 are the only guys that are really going to influence the leaderboard potentially. I hope you've had fun, guys. I'll be back streaming tomorrow. To be confirmed on time. Check out Twitter at Quinny3001. That's where everything's always announced, as well as on the YouTube feed. I'll try and put posts out on YouTube. Just subscribe and hit notifications and all that good stuff. On TikTok, you'll just need to find me on. You'll just need to, yeah, I'll be here. Take care, TikTok. That's TikTok away, mate. It's just me and you guys, the OGs. But yeah, I was expecting a 60 for VVD at least, but 48 will do for now. I think he lost right at the end. He was on 53, 54, and then he went down to a 50. Like on one of the last sequences of play, I didn't really quite catch what he lost or did bad or whatever. But yeah, wee bit of a disappointment for Van Dijk. But he's definitely not in amongst the lowest scoring defenders, which is something, you know. So he's definitely not killed anyone's game week, but he's not going to make it. You know, I guess that's what you want from your apex players, is even in that game where they don't get the triple or they don't get a bunch of OP stats go in their favour, that, yeah, they're still keeping you afloat. Because I found people in that top 10 that are carrying Van Dijks or carrying defenders that are worse, you know. So I think the hope still goes on. But to all you guys that have joined me on Twitch and YouTube, the OGs, the FC Barcelona faithful, get you on Telegram tomorrow, Ian Sorare. Thanks for everyone that has joined us. Hope you've enjoyed the real kind of match day one of the Global Cup here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and retweet, and all that good stuff. Stay out of trouble, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.